Hello again, and welcome to the next series of videos on using the eCritical system. Now we're going to cover the basics of navigation, and for this video I'm going to walk you through all of the different rows and tabs that are available to you on the front page of the eCritical system. There are three different areas. There's the Dropdown Lists, which for the most part you actually don't really need to focus on, with the exception of the patient list drop-down option, which, as we've covered in the login and patient selections section, is used to help you if you want to choose a different patient. Then the second row is a series of icons with different functions that you will need to perform on a regular basis, such as accessing the GPL, fulfilling your admission documentation, procedures documentation, calculator is fairly simple, and also a button that will allow you to add graphs to tables that you're looking up data to give you further information. Then there's also a death summary button, a change layout icon, and then refresh. Below that are the tabs, and this is the tab row that lists all of the individual organ systems that the eCritical system will display for you. You can see that some of them are, from a lot of the organ systems, there's a cardiovascular, and then there's a cardiovascular graph system. So there's different choices of how you'd like to display. If you're numerical, then you can look at them numerically, or if you're more graphically driven, then you can select to look at the graphs. Now, depending on the size of your screen, at the far right hand side there's arrows that will take you through all of the other tabs that are part of this. Now, if you're logged in and your layout is set as an MD, then the light blue tabs are all of the physician specific tabs. The ones then beyond that, are the gray ones, are the ones that the nurses would use, and you can see they're more specific just for nursing, whereas the bright yellow is for the other for the RTs, and then green is for the other allied health professionals. At the very end of it is one that's a tab that the quality assurance team will use and that you don't need to worry about. So if at any point in time you want to look at different patients, different views of the patient in different manners, you can either select different tabs from, or if you want to look at areas the other healthcare professionals are charting in, you can look at those as you will. Or, as an alternative, you can simply change to your layout and say, now we're set as the MD, well, let's change to the allied health. And you can see it jumps you forward, and then there's all of the sort of the basic stuff that most people want to see, and then the allied health professionals are all over here. Now, and just changing layouts is very straightforward. By just simply changing the button, clicking on the change layout button, you change the layout. In the next video we will talk a little bit more about the final row, and that's the time and navigation section of the eCritical system.